Thanks for watching our Knifewear Cooks video. My name is Chris Lord. I'm the manager of the Ottawa Knifewear. This week we're going to be doing some yakitori, and I figured we'd get started with what's the right knife for butchering a chicken. So there is a knife perfect for butchering chickens, birds, any kind of poultry. It's called a Honesuki. Okay, Honesukis are usually they're called the Tokyo poultry knife as well, so the name is kind of giving. But something to keep in mind when you're picking one out is the shape is generally the same from knife to knife. You know, you'll see a lot of them. They're very triangular in shape. They're generally a bit thicker across the back of the knife. You know, they've got a fatter spine, in theory making a more durable knife. You still want to be careful when you're cutting around bones and whatnot. The harder Japanese steel is what's going to give you such a sharp edge, right? The harder the steel, the sharper the knife, the longer it's going to keep its edge, which is what you want in a knife, right? So you can't go through bones, but you can go through the stiffer cartilage, and you can use the point to kind of get in between those joints, get close to the bone, scrape the bone. But I've got 5 of them here that I thought I might tell you a little bit about. They're all available on the website, knifewear.com. And this week, I'm going to be prepping up chicken and doing a live cookout on Sunday afternoon, 2 Mountain Time, on Facebook and Instagram. So come with your questions. We've got a whole series of videos coming up this week where we're going to make tare, we're going to butcher a chicken, I'm going to show you how to light charcoal, and then on the weekend we'll cook it up and we can chat more then. So we've got a couple of stainless steel options here. We've got the Tojiro red handle, one of the cheaper knives in the shop, $80, $79 plus tax. You know, molybdenum vanadium steel, not the sharpest out of what I'm going to show you, but definitely one of the more durable. So if you think you're going to use this in like professional setting or whatnot, go for it. You can be a little bit meaner to this one than the other ones I'm going to show you. A slight step up, but nothing crazy, is the Tojiro DP Honesuki. This is one of my favorites. It's got a nice hefty handle, VG10 stainless steel. Again, very easy to take care of, quite a bit thicker than the others. Okay. We teach a class in the store once a month, our Honesuki class. In Ottawa, we used to do it on the last Wednesday of the month. We'll see what that brings. I know they were doing it more frequently in Vancouver and Edmonton, but keep an eye on the website, knifewear.com, if you want to sign up for one of these classes when we get going again. But this is the Fujimoto Honesuki. So this uses a blue carbon steel, and they wrap it up in stainless, which kind of cuts down on a lot of the maintenance that you normally have with a carbon steel knife, right? Carbon steel can rust if you leave it wet, and you would expect that carbon steel on the edge here to develop a patina as time goes on. One of my favorite ones, that one was $175, in case you're curious. This guy here is one of my favorites. I think it's the best one we sell. This is the Honesuki made by the Moritaka family down on Kyushu, one of the, in the southern parts of Japan. This is made entirely out of carbon steel, so there's no stainless. You got to do a good job of keeping it dry. But this one's got a really cool story. One day, Moritaka-san was talking to Kevin and said, "How come you sell so many Honesukis? Are they a European knife?" And Kevin was like, "Well, no, they're a Japanese knife." And he's like, "Oh, we don't really have them in Kyushu." And so then they're kind of chit-chatting a little bit. And then Kevin says, well, how did you know how to make it then? And so Moritaka-san was like, "Well, if it's a butchery knife, it needs to be a little bit thicker. It needs to have a really fine point." I Googled it, and I looked at see what other blacksmiths are doing. And then this is what he came up with, and I think most of the Knifewear staff would tell you that this is the best one. I really like using it. I personally have a Koishi Honesuki, and I will probably end up with 2 Honesukis at one time. I was just telling Alex this morning that I think I'd like to buy one of these. So, keep an eye on our Instagram page for more of these videos. The next one coming up is going to be how to butcher a chicken, where I'm going to use my Honesuki. We're going to take all the bones out, save those bones, make tare, eventually put the meat on skewers. So keep an eye on Knifewear Cooks. Check out the website in the meantime, knifewear.com. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon.